Here with Austin.
Chris, since you heard a bunch of those questions that Coach Meyer just got, are you feeling some of the devastation and disappointment that he mentioned? What are your emotions after last night and now?
You're definitely devastated. You know, whenever you have, so many guys, internally, as a man that that you put so much work in, and you're so invested. I mean, if you're not devastated, you probably didn't put the work in. So, for anyone to put in the type of work that we do, throughout the whole year and not get that call, you're definitely devastated. But at the same time, we still are so fortunate to be playing for so much, So you can't change it. So only thing to do is move forward.
Can you describe what the last 12 hours or more were like for you guys when we saw you walk off the field and dancing and celebrating? And I imagine it couldn't have felt any better. And then 12:30 rolls around.
Yeah, like I said, you can't change it. We can control what we can control, and we went up against the top 4 team in the nation and beat them. So last night we were feeling good, and today, as everyone, we found out that we didn't get that close call.
Third row right, Nick.
Talking to you guys last night, it seemed that you guys sincerely believed that you were going to get in. Was there some element of surprise to this?
I'm sorry. I think so. We all thought we were in. I think although we had those 2 losses, our wins. We can match those up with any team in the nation. So, we weren't in control of the committee. We were in control of our play. So, only thing we could do is go to work.
The Iowa game was obviously held against you guys. So what would you say to people that said that they didn't get in because they lost by 31 points a month ago?
I don't really know how to answer that. Honestly, if you can look at another team and say, they're just so much better than Ohio State, that's the only thing I can say. I believe we're a top 4 team in the nation.
Third row left, Dan.
As somebody who's a veteran, and I'm sure you've been through disappointment and devastation before, what's kind of your message to maybe some of the younger guys who maybe are going through this for the first time?
Everyone's going to be devastated. You can't, for anybody to be a competitor, have a burning desire to be great, have a competitive spirit about themselves, you want to be able to play for that. So you can't really tell someone to not, be devastated. But the one thing we can do is next time we put on those pads, we can get to work. And that's the only way it's going to feel better. It's going out there practicing and looking at our next objective. We can't continue to look at the past, can't continue to look at, what happened throughout the season and why this is happening and things like that. But the one thing we can do is get back to work.
That devastation can be channeled into working even harder, playing even better over the next 4 weeks?
Yeah, for sure. I think we've all seen that with this program throughout the years. No matter what happens, we put our head down and we work right through it and come out the other side of it, usually winning. So the only thing to do now, like I said, is to go to work with my brothers and this coaching staff.
Front row right, Tim.
Chris, what do you know straight up when I say USC? What's the first thing that comes to mind?
That's a traditionally rich program right there. Just like Ohio State. They've had some crazy guys come through there, and I actually remember the battles when I was younger and just watching them play. Watching some of the guys that I know play in those games and things like that. It's gonna be fun.
Sam Darnold. There's a name that I would think their quarterback, Sam Darnold, comes to mind.
Yeah, I actually didn't know who he was until last year when they played Penn State, because when you on different sides of the country for real, you don't really get to see guys play, But my first time actually watching a USC game last year was against Penn State, and he lit it up. So You know, I got tremendous respect for him already. I'm pretty sure it's going to be, I'm going to have even more respect as I continue to watch film and things like that. I'm sorry. And continue to watch film on him, but no, it's a tremendous talent.
Well, let's think. You guys won your last 4 games. You beat 3 teams that are in the final 15 or 18 of the CFP rankings. But the committee, I mean, they brought up that 31-point loss. Is this kind of thing like you guys put that behind you, but other people can't? I mean, what's that feeling like? You know what I mean?
I mean, we never really put.
That was always gonna be there no matter what. You know?
Yeah, well, you know, when you have a resume, just like, you know, a job resume, you turn it into, you know, an employer. They look at the whole resume, you know, so that's how we look at ourselves as well. You know, we don't just watch film on what happened the last week. We watch film throughout the whole year because, you know, that's how teams that we're playing are going to attack us and things like that, see what we didn't do right. So, you know, we've always, you know, sort of looked back at it, see what we could fix from that. But at the same time, we don't dwell on the past here. You know, we have too much things to fight for moving forward that we can't do that. So, that's it.
Right, Bill?
Tim kind of took my question, so I'll ask you this one. The idea of
I got 10.
of seniors or guys considering going pro, skipping this bowl game, what would do you think that's even a remote possibility with this team?
That kind of happened like last year with a few guys. I don't see any guys on this team doing that. The love for the brother here and the brotherhood, that's real. And another thing about it is, you know, we got a bunch of guys that love playing football, love the game, just to be around the game. To just think about a guy, you know, sort of saying, I'm going to take a step from a game. If he's not legit hurt, then I really doubt that will happen here.
For people of my generation, Ohio State, USC, Rose Bowl is a huge deal. You're obviously a younger generation. Do you get a sense, though, do you get an appreciation for how big that kind of matchup can be, and just this could be the Rose Bowl kind of east a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. It's crazy that, you know, I'm the younger generation. Everyone knows about Ohio State, USC, you know, and it's crazy, but, you know, at the same time, you know, there's going to be a team out there that's looking to show the world why they deserve to be in as well, you know. Penn State, USC sort of have the same resume as us, and I'm pretty sure that they feel that they had a case for the same situation. So there's going to be 2 teams out there battling, trying to get a Cotton Bowl championship.
Second row right, Tony?
Along those lines, you're disappointed, obviously, but when you see that you're playing USC, do you perk up a little at that point?
You know, everyone's devastated, but we're definitely excited to be, you know, blessed with the opportunity that we have. You know, a lot of teams can say that they're going against a top-notch team like they are with us and how we are with them. You know, it's going to be a hard-fought game, and you know, we're excited.
Do you expect to maybe want to show the committee that they got this wrong?
I don't really think that will help much now. No matter how much if we do win, no matter how much one of the teams will win by, it's not going to matter about, you know, the national championship game. So, you know, our season's going to be over after this. So the biggest thing we could do is try to go out there and, you know, play for each other and get a ring for each other. You know, we can't go out there trying to please the committee and show them why or why not. The biggest thing we could just try to go out there and do is play hard, play how we know we can play.
Last couple questions for Chris. David, third row right.
What's it going to be like stepping back in the stadium where you won a national championship? What kind of memories would that bring back?
It's going to be amazing. Going through that locker room again. You know, if you've ever been there, that's a crazy stadium, man. Jerry's World, man. And, you know, it's just a crazy experience. You know, as always, the Buckeye fan base travels well. you know, and it just seems like wherever we are, it's a home game for us. So I'm excited.
And final question for Chris. Clay?
Chris, you kind of covered it, but just what would it mean at 10, 15, 20 years to look back and say, hey, we beat Michigan, we beat Wisconsin for the Big Ten title, we beat USC on my way out? I mean, is that maybe the impact might be felt later on?
I think it'll be felt right then and there. You know, it's, to say that we beat those teams, I mean, just about no team, or just about every team in the nation, if they can beat those teams in 1 year, it's very tough to do. To beat all those teams in 1 year, you know, it's very, very, very hard to do. And just to know that we have that opportunity, you know, we're all blessed, and only thing we can do is thank the man upstairs.
And final, I have one more. Oh, Chris, far left over here, Doug.
Where were you when you watched the show and saw that happen?
I actually didn't watch it. My dad was in the next room. If anybody know my dad, he the loudest at the game. So I actually, no, seriously, I turned my phone off and closed my door and put my headphones on. I was just listening to music because I knew everyone, before it even came on, everyone was texting and calling me, and I just wanted to get away from it, like sort of speak. I got in at 4 last night and woke up at 9 because of my dog, believe it or not. So I was tired, and I just didn't feel like dealing with those emotions at the time. And of course, my dad comes in the room, and you know, he's all mad and hype. You would think that he played for Ohio State, but yeah, that's how it kind of happened.
And how did you feel then when your dad comes in?
You know, he's a firecracker, so I was just trying to tell him, like, relax. You know, we're going to be in a good position, we're going to be in a good game, and we're going to go against a great team. So, you know, the biggest thing in situations like this, a lot of people, you know, they harp on the negatives, but they don't realize, you know, the blessings that God has put in front of them. So, you know, I was just trying to get him to realize, you know, he's blessed, his son is blessed to be in this position, and, you know, whatever comes out the other side of it, you know, only thing we can do is fight.
Chris, thank you very much.
No problem.